Howdy. Hello, everyone. Now, I just want to preface this video by saying, do you want to play a game? But, yeah. So, I want to say that just to be funny, go ahead and get it out the way because, the squirrels on my cheeks. I fucked this one up, but I finally, figured out what I really want it to look like on this side. And yes, I don't have any eyebrows. I want to leave myself eyebrowless. It's very fitting. I like how it makes my eyes a little bigger. I do have big eyes. So this video is just going to be about something that I've noticed, probably a bit off topic for me to discuss, but also not, because, honestly, I've been slacking on this channel. It's like I have ideas, but then sometimes I forget to record it and I forget to actually upload it. There was a video I've made before this one, but I didn't like it. I hated it because it wasn't what I want to do originally. It was supposed to be a clown makeup get ready with me. This is kind of what it is. I'm doing a dark clown look because I've always wanted to do it and I love it how it came out. I'm a bit amateur when it comes to doing makeup, but it's all part of the learning process. But in that video that I had made, it was about relationships, but I was all over the place in the first take, and I do a second take so I can just stay on topic. I struggle with staying on topic sometimes because I have like so many ideas coming to me at once. I just have to get it off my chest because if I don't, I'm gonna fucking forget. And one thing why I wanted to do a clown makeup get ready with me with that one, because I feel much more comfortable speaking when I'm able to express myself in a way that's, I would say, soothing. Like I said, this camera, it feels like eye contact to me. Don't I see about that? My brain just go whoop de do. So when I'm doing like clown makeup or any kind of like makeup where I just make myself look ridiculous, because I like it. It's fun for me. I want to do it more. But it makes me feel much more comfortable speaking, on the camera. And I still have Shadow here with me, for comfort purposes. But I will say this video's topic is mostly going to be about, subcultures in general. What made me want to do this video was something I seen on Reddit a few months ago. It was this girl. It was on that GYARU subreddit. For those who don't know what GYARU means, GYARU is Japanese for gal. It started don't quote me, I don't really remember the information, but you can gladly Google this and tell me if I'm wrong. But I believe it started around, from what I recall, 80s, 90s. And it was about Japanese women dressing and living the way that they wanted, despite what their society tells them how to be. It's supposed to, they're their own woman. They dress how they want to dress. They dance how they want to dance. Listen to whatever music they want to listen to. Basically, they live their life to the fullest based on what they like and what they value and shit. And they have their own way of expressing themselves. With their makeup, their dressing, the styles. There's so many styles of GYARU. I can't even list all that shit. Plus, I'm not really a GYARU connoisseur. So take what I say with a grain of salt. You can research this on your own. I'm just giving a basic explanation of it. So I remember I read on this subreddit, it was this post. It was this girl who had spent around $500 to $800 on GYARU clothes. And then she says, well, I don't really care about being GYARU no more. And apparently she was new to the subculture. And she decided to drop that much money, mind you, to fit in part of the subculture. And that's why I want to talk about in this video, subcultures in general, not genre, in general, not just GYARU, and it's not just all or whatever. All kinds of subcultures can kind of fit in this discussion. And what made me, why I want to talk about this shit is just something I've noticed. Honestly, I noticed this about like a few years ago, when the biggest mistake I ever made was going on TikTok. And I use TikTok. I don't use it no more. I haven't really touched the app in like, I would say 2 or 3 years at this point. It's just too toxic on there. Like the fashion side, the makeup side is just way too damn toxic. And that's the part I want to stay on, because I'm interested in makeup and fashion. I think it's pretty cool to express yourself in any way that you want to. Like, why not? Have fun with it. Be silly. I like a little silliness, a little mischievous, perhaps. Shenanigans, maybe. So, and that's one thing I noticed, that they tell these girls, like some people, I'm just gonna say something before somebody jump down in the comments and say, yeah, I don't do that. I didn't say you. Okay, relax. But there's some people that recommend, others, or, newbies to a subculture. They'll ask all these kind of questions like, am I GYARU enough? Am I GYARU enough? Am I goth enough? Am I emo enough? Am I scene enough? It's like, am I punk enough? And when they ask these questions, it's mostly to deal with, the fashion, how you should dress, which is an okay question to ask. But what I noticed is that they try to find like the quickest way to make themselves look like they belong part of the subculture, instead of like trying to express themselves in a way, like be creative in their own way within the subculture. They try to look up, oh, where to buy goth clothes, where to buy emo clothes, where to buy scene clothes, where to fucking buy GYARU clothes. It's like, a prime example, that girl that spent $500, $800, how she did that was I hate this, but there was some GYARUs out there that recommend girls to drop all this money, like on eye contacts, different color contacts, lashes, imports from Japan, like the original GYARU fashion lines. They're non-existent. They don't really make those clothes no more. They want you to drop all this money to buy this vintage fashion. Mind you, it's only in Japan. So imagine the shipping cost on that shit. Just imagine. Telling you to buy this stuff. I'm not saying all of them do, but I seen them say this shit on their blogs, and it's like, you don't need to buy all that stuff just to be GYARU. If you really do your research, you'll realize GYARU comes down to the makeup, the music, and your lifestyle. Look at the magazines, like when GYARU was, like an actual popular thing in their society. It's making a comeback, but back then when it started, most of these girls just threw on shit they had in their closet. Stuff they already had. And then brands came out, realized it was popular, and they started making clothing that aligned with, GYARU substyles. It's like, you can't buy your way into a subculture, and that's the thing that I see happening. Even like in the goth subculture. Why did I say golf? English, sometimes my brain thinks faster than, with words and shit. I can speak, it's just I struggle sometimes. So in the goth subculture, from like what I've seen, like videos, like these girls that get questions like, oh, am I goth if I do this? Is this goth? Like, where you buy your clothes at? And a lot of these ladies tell them is that they thrifted their stuff, they're DIY, like they just put on whatever they got in their closet. Like, you ain't gotta like go out your way, go to freaking like what they do nowadays, go to fucking Sheen, however you pronounce that, Romwe, these fashion drop shipping sites, and they spend like $200, $300 on these clothes, and they gotta walk around and tell everybody like, I'm goth, look at me, am I goth enough, am I goth, am I goth baddie? It's like, it's not necessary to do that. Like really, goth subculture is a music based subculture. It's not something that you just buy your way into by buying all the shit you don't really need. And then you got a whole bunch of stuff in your closet that you don't even fucking wear no more. It's like, I've seen this happen, like in these Goodwills. It's like all these shine clothes, because these girls want to, like, look emo or scene or like goth or whatever. And then they, like, when they say, oh, this phase is over, and they just like dump all this shit in Goodwill, and they can't sell this nonsense because no one wants to buy a fucking $12.99 t-shirt from Goodwill, because Goodwill has gone up on their prices on this bullshit stuff that y'all be buying, and y'all don't want to wear it no more because it was just a phase. It's not popular no more. It's like, I hate this so much with a burning passion. Why are y'all doing this? Trying to fit inside of a subculture is not a personality. You wanting to be goth is not a personality. You still your own person. Like these people that you see that are goth, their whole personality is not them being goth. It's just a way to express themselves. Like, it's part of who they are, but it's not all of who they are. That's the bottom line. And that's what people try to do when they go into these subcultures, like dropping all this money and then talking about, well, I don't really fit in this no more. It's not really my style. So why the fuck you spent all that money then? It needs to be the same people saying, oh, I ain't got enough money, I'm struggling. No fucking wonder, bitch, because you spent all this goddamn money to be part of the subculture you don't even fuck with like that. It's like, I don't really get it. I never really understood it. Like, if you really ride with that, you don't need to feel the need to tell anyone that. Like, I don't get it. Like, like me personally, I just wear whatever I want to wear. I don't fucking care about fitting in some part of subculture, whatever. It's like, I've been called alt before, but I don't really give a damn. It's like, I wear whatever I want to wear. If I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. Fuck it. It doesn't matter. Like, I don't know. I'm a Martian. That's all I tell people. Is like, I'm a Martian. I'm an alien. I just do whatever I want to do. That's all I say. So it's just like, I just want to tell this all people out there. You do not have to do all of that shit. Okay? You don't. Just be yourself and understand the basic foundations of the subculture. If you want to learn about the subculture, cool. If you want to, like, find ways to appreciate, the subculture, like, if you want to, like, explore it, indulge in it, maybe dabble a little bit in it, and, like, just understand the foundations of it. You ain't gotta do all this shit. You ain't gotta spend $500 to see whether you like a subculture or not. It's not that serious. It's not that. It's not. You don't have to do that. I'm here to tell you now, from heart to heart, from human to Martian. Listen, you do not have to spend around $300, $400 on some fuck ass clothing to fit in the subculture, because you want to look cool on TikTok, or you want to have something to tell people when you first meet them. Because I promise you, like, look at me. No one gives a shit. No one gives a shit. Just be yourself. Explore yourself. Learn about yourself. You ain't gotta do all this to impress people who don't fucking care about you. You don't. Bro. Isn't that a line from Fight Club? Well, I just channeled my inner Tyler Durden with that shit. Oh my God. So, that's the bottom line. It's not gonna be too long. That's all I gotta say. So, yeah, that's pretty much the topic of this. And I might start doing this often, putting on clown. I feel quite better, actually, speaking on the camera when I have this on. It feels good. I want to start wearing it in public, too. I wonder if this will help, Because even in public spaces, I struggle speaking. I get really anxious, especially if things don't go according to plan, the plan that I made up in my brain, all the lines I made up in my brain about how an interaction is supposed to go, and the mission fails. So I want to try doing this too for those situations. And I still take, you know, a plushie with me. So I still got Shadow here. Hey. So that's all the topic of this video. Just be yourself. You ain't gotta spend all that money. Okay? Just do you responsibly. Okay? Okay. Toodles. Until next time. I don't know when it is, but don't quote me. Peace.